Yes, yes. The long lasting impact of particular events and actions that take place in a person's life. Legacy. Legacy is something that we think about often, or at least I think about it often. And if you're watching this video, you probably think about it often as well. Legacy is something that's important to us because we want to make sure that the day we're gone, people remember us for who we were, right? And so legacy can be looked at different ways, right? You can think about the money you left, or properties you left, or you think about the things that you did and how you did them. And so in this video, I want to talk specifically about the things that you did and how you did them. Because as important as you doing great things in your life means to your legacy, what's even more important is how you did them. That's how people remember. And that's what we want people to remember, or at least I do, right? And I know that often we say, oh, I don't care what people say about me. Your opinion doesn't matter. And yeah, to a certain extent, people's opinion doesn't matter. But when we talk about legacy, that's all that's going to be there. It's going to be people's opinion, right? And so when we talk about our legacy, we have to really start focusing on how we're doing things. And what I want to do with this video is that I want to share with you 5 steps that you can use to start working on your legacy. Now, the thing is, you're already working on your legacy. We're all working on our legacy as we live day to day. This is our legacy. But not all of us are working on our legacy intentionally. And so my 5 steps are going to help you start to be intentional in how you work on your legacy. Right? And I want to get started right away. I don't want to kill too much time. And I have some notes here. So if you see me looking to the right, it's because I don't want to miss any details with how I want you to start working on your legacy. Step 1 to work on your legacy is going to be to start. And I know that sounds super silly, but that's one of the hardest parts of any project is to start. And so I want you guys to start being intentional about your legacy. I want you to start thinking about your legacy as you're doing things. I don't want you to be overcritical of yourself, but I want you to make sure that you're thinking about it. Make sure that you're holding yourself accountable, to the fact that you're working on your legacy, whatever they may be, right? And so again, step 1 is to start. Step 2 is going to be that I need you guys to start your journey of self-awareness. Start your journey of really understanding who you are, understanding the type of personality that you have, and how it is that you tick, right? How it is that you do things, right? I really want you guys to start to understand yourself, because understanding yourself is going to make you holding yourself accountable even more easier. So step 2 is to start your journey of self-awareness. If you haven't done it already, please start. It takes a little longer for some than others, but starting is the key to step 2. Step 3 is going to be for you to start really focusing on your habits. Now, your habits, the habits that you start to build on a daily basis create the foundation of your legacy. And so I want you to start really looking at your habits and realizing those bad habits and those bad habits. And again, this is all part of self-awareness, right? Really looking from the outside in and understanding the kind of person that you are and the habits that you have. We have good habits and we have bad habits. And we want to let go of some of these bad habits because they're going to get in the way of our legacy. And so that's step 3. Step 3 is to really start to evaluate the habits that you're building in your life and which ones you may need to work on, right? Because it's not just about what's good and what's bad. It's about what needs work, right? And so you may have to let go of some habits, build some other ones. But step 3 is going to be to really work on those habits. Step 4 is going to be to discover your purpose. And I've said this in other videos before. I believe that we all have the same purpose, and that purpose is to give, right? We were giving life, we were blessed with life, and so we have to give something back in return for that beautiful life that we have. And so that's your purpose, and I want you to start working on discovering your purpose. And I try to really initiate discovery, because I want you to understand that there's nothing for you to find. You don't have to find your purpose. You have to discover it because it's already there. It was already set before you were born. Your purpose is already there. I just need you to discover it. And you're going to discover it within you. So keep working on yourself. Keep working on those habits. Keep working on understanding yourself. And you're going to run into your purpose, right? And so that's step 4. And step 5 is going to be to work hard. So once you discover that purpose, I want you to work hard to become the best version of who you're supposed to be. And those steps, if you work on them, they're going to help you build a beautiful legacy. Right? Because again, it's not so much what you do, it's how you do it. And so the self-awareness and the habits are going to help you understand how you're doing things, right? And then that purpose is going to be what you're going to do. And working hard is going to help you leave the biggest legacy that you can leave. One that's strong, one that people remember, your family remembers and holds dear to themselves forever. But I also want to give you some bonuses because there's some things that we have to think about and really make sure that we're working on throughout this time and after, right? And that first one is accountability. I want you to make sure that you're being accountable to yourself. I want you to make sure that you're being accountable to yourself and to your desire to build a great legacy. And when you feel yourself slipping a little bit, I want you to make sure that you're accountable to yourself and you know that you have to get back on track, right? If you have to get an accountability partner, a coach, whatever it is, but make sure that you're accountable to yourself, right? My second bonus is kindness. Make sure that we're being kind to ourselves, being kind to our family, being kind to others for no other reason but just to be kind. Just be kind. Okay? Kindness is key, but genuine kindness, not selective kindness. Not I'm going to be kind because I want something in return from that person. Not I'm going to be kind because I want something in return from that company or from that organization. No, no. Be kind because being kind is the right thing to do. Okay? And the last bonus is empathy. Make sure that we're being empathetic to those around us. Make sure that we're able to step out of our own shoes and put ourselves in other people's shoes to understand where they're coming from, because that's going to help you be kind, and that's going to help make sure that you're doing things the right way so that your legacy is one that people can look at and say, look at how gracefully he did what he did. Not so much that he or she did it, but look at how they did it. And so accountability, kindness, and empathy are going to be key in this. Guys, listen, our legacy is important. The legacy that you leave is important. And I want you to start working on it as early as possible. You don't have to know what you're doing to understand that in that journey, you must be kind and you must be empathetic throughout. Because again, how you did it is more important than what you do. Okay, guys? So please keep working on your legacy and let me know in the comments if you're already working on it and how is it going for you. Oh, and even better, let me know what your legacy is going to be. I want to know your legacy. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this page and like this video. And don't forget, be transcendent.